Hello again everyone, so that is the other video I wanted to release right now by kind of translating French video. Well, it's not even a translation because I redo the entire video, but it's the shopping guide in English this time. So I'm gonna just go over all the different shop and quickly talk about everything and what I suggest focusing. Same as for the Fate Scale video, I know this comes really late, but if it can help some people and maybe some people that start the game later on, then it brings some purpose on the channel, so let's do it. So first, we're gonna talk about the general. There is daily summons. Daily summons are special tickets you can buy for 5,000 gold, and you can unlock one daily summon ticket at certain point in the story. So at some point you will have 4 of them. These are specific summon tickets. They don't follow the rates from the blue summon, for example. And there are no PT system or anything, meaning that you are not guaranteed to get legendaries, but you are also not guaranteed to get epics. Because in blue tickets, you are guaranteed to get at least 1 epic each 10 summons. There you are not, and so you will most of the times get bad stuff. But it also allows you to get gray weapons, and it's the only way to get gray ignition weapons. And since you have collection effects, even for gray ignition weapons, this is interesting. And so you will buy them mostly for ignition weapons, but I will still suggest you to buy them every single day. You will fuse your weapons and everything to get collection effects and to get better weapons. And so it's better than nothing, and you still has some chance to get legendaries, even though it's very, 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 very small. When I say this, it's that most of us won't ever get legendaries, but some very lucky ones will probably. But you can also get some epics this way, so why not? Then on item, you will find Tower of Trial keys mostly. So those keys I would suggest buying every day. It's very important because Tower of Trial holds a lot of content, and so keys brings a lot of resources. So I would suggest buying them every day. These ones only buy if you have a ton of diamonds. I won't suggest it otherwise because diamonds is an important resource. Then you have the exchange shop when you have different currencies. First, you have the red Rancor coin that you get in the Rancor Wars, so in the PvP mod. This you will get for daily rewards in Rancor Wars, but also for the seasonal rewards that is each of end of the week. So in this shop, I will suggest to buy the summon ticket every week. This one is important. I will suggest to get those 2 skills. First this one, and second this one. And then I will suggest, if you have spare Rancor coins, to buy these resources, because they are crucial for upgrading, especially ignition upgrade stone that are quite hard to get, honestly. And so I will suggest buying them if you have spare Rancor coins, and these are kinda a trap because you will get these items in other way, and so even though you need them in the God's inventory, you will get them at other places. So you can buy them. Red coins are not really important right now, so Rancor coins are not really important. So you can use them this way, but it's really not that useful. You can also buy this very early on if you are still early in the game. It can allow you to get one armor piece really quickly, but later on don't buy this because you will be swimming in armor recipe. So that's very useful early on for new players, but that's just it. Then you have family coins, so that's the resources you get in family content, in guild content. You have the Tower of Trial key that is very interesting. I suggest buying this every single day if you can. It's very good. It's very important. Also, linked to the Ranker coin and to the family coin, I will suggest you to donate in Ranker coin on the family, because it allows you to get more family coin, and family coin is a more important resource overall than Ranker coin. And also it saves you a bit of gold every day. So I will suggest giving in Ranker coin in the family, and you will get more family coin this way. So Tower of Trial key is very good. I will suggest buying it. It's very important. Then you have the fate skills that are very crucial, those two. There are some people that don't like saving a lot for them, but I will say that it's definitely worth it in the end. And you're gonna have more family coin now that we are gonna get the King's Order forever in permanent feature. So these ones are really interesting to get. I will take this one first because it's very important for admin, and admin is very important early on. And I will take this one later on. If you already do a very good admin score, like over 15 million and everything, maybe don't take this one. It's you do you, but after a certain threshold, it's less important to grind for damage in admin, even though it's important now because they've added some more levels. But this one is very important for admin, and this one is correct for some TOT and everything on Vial, because Vial doesn't have a lot of skill. I also talk about this in my previous video. Then you have the Starlight, that is very important. It's the only way you can get this outside of Anax gift. So it's very important. You will in the end buy Starlight this way because it's very hard to get Starlight. Obviously it's very expensive, so you won't get this every time and you need to buy the books first. But yeah, this is to keep in mind. You will buy Starlight this way probably. If they don't add a good way to get this elsewhere. For now you can't, so it's important there. You have also a Fate gift box that can be interesting. I've used to buy those a lot, and in the end I've struggled way more with Starlight, so I don't really regret buying them, but Starlight will be more of an issue later on, so I won't suggest to buy these every single week. You can buy some if you want. It's not a really bad deal by any means, but family coin are important for all the resources and for skill books and everything, and so maybe it's not so interesting. And anything else is really bad in my opinion. Even Refining Stone, it's not worth it. You will get it in King's Order, be patient. And it's very random. Refining Stone are very random, so buying them is way worse than buying Starlight. Then you have the Administrator Seal shop. So this one is a new one. You get those coins, the red one and the blue one, in Administrator's Trial past a certain threshold. So I think it's 15 million for blue admin and 18 million for red. Or I'm mistaken, but it's something around that. You have all these on the website as well, on the wiki. So this one, how it works is that if you got 20 of those, you can transcend. You can get a transcend stone with 20 legendary recipes, meaning that it's a choice between building an item, a legendary item, and building a transcend stone. The thing that is good with that is that you're gonna gain a ton of gold this way, because for weapon, for example, it's gonna only cost 5 million to get the transcend stone this way, while it's gonna cost 17 million to get in crafting an item and dismantling it. So it's way cheaper this way, and so you're gonna buy every single week these two. You don't have a lot of choices because obviously there is only that. But keep in mind to every time you get a red thing, to buy the weekly ones, because you obviously want to buy the weekly ones before buying the monthly ones. And so it's bad to be capped at this. So at some point, everyone is gonna have such insane admin scores that we're gonna be bound to maybe buy these ones, but I will suggest maybe try to really cap those every time, but it's gonna take some time. I don't really know why I'm taking time for this, because it's a no-brainer. Just buy them every single time. For now, there is nothing else, so there is nothing to talk about. In the summon shop now. So summon shop is resources you get by summoning. So these first resources, the God's Breath, you get by getting legendary and epic characters. So this one has a lot of interesting stuff. You have the Tower Special Summon ticket that I will suggest you take every single month. It's one of the only sources you can get free to play. And it's very important you get this way because red tickets are very important. You have also things like epic weapon recipe piece that can be really good early on, very early on if you're a new player to craft a new weapon. But most importantly, the thing you really want are those two things. This one mostly because it's like the one of the best fate active in the game. I talk about this in detail in the fate skill video, but it's very, very important, and I suggest you get this as early as you can. It's very, very strong. This one is great because it's better than nothing. Scraping damage can be really important on some content, so definitely get it when you get some, but don't use every red resources for this thing. Don't use every God Breath for this thing. You have also the epic characters select ticket that can be really interesting if you are missing some epic characters for Revolution Road, something like this. You can use this either for Revolution Road or early on you can use this on Kunaye. It's very important to get him at T5. Kunaye on T5, and you have also tanks that are really good on epic, and you can use your selectors for tanks. Selectors are mostly gonna depend on your progression, so I can't talk about every epic characters. You can check on the wiki once again, but you will need to think for yourself if certain transcendence levels are very important. I can't talk about every epic characters, but it's mostly for Revolution Road and some specific characters like Kunaye. The other stuff is much less important. You have the gold that is very good if you have a lot of red summons, like if you pay money and such. But that's for a specific type of people, so I won't talk a lot about this. But obviously the gold, especially this one, can be interesting if you have a lot of these resources. Then you have God Traces, so this one you get from summoning blue weapons and blue characters. So this is also why it's interesting to buy the daily summon, because this way you're gonna generate more of these blue resources. It's called God's Trace. You have once again a red ticket that are very important. You should get this every single month. Then you have Tower of Trial keys that are very important. You have one fate skill that you should take at some point because it's some bonus damage. Once again, we don't have enough good vial fate skill to spare the spots, so you will want to have this at some point, even though maybe don't focus it too much. Buy this one first. Then you have the selector ticket once again that can be interesting if you lack certain characters or certain transcendence. And then you have the fate gift box in the end if you still got some resources and the gold for the big people that pay a lot of money on this game. Then you have the Soulstone shop. So the Soulstone shop is very specific because it's for characters that's gonna be above T6. So when you get a character above T6, you can still get him, but you will get this resource instead. So for legendaries, you're gonna get this resource, not this resource, this resource, character Soulstone. So that's for legendary characters. For legendary, for epic characters, you're gonna get this resource, and for legendary weapon, you're gonna get this resource. So for legendary characters, you're gonna mostly buy this every single time, because it gives a supplementary level on a specific character, and so it allows you to get some bonus stats, and it's quite interesting. You can get it up to plus 15 this way on a legendary T6 character. The other things are not that bad, but the big issue is that it costs a lot. Like, this is a select ticket, so it's really good, but it's 10 duplicates. So that means that you get 10 times a legendaries that you already got T6. So it's a lot. And so I will suggest to mostly buy this. Overall, there are this thing that if you are very, very unlucky and you don't have like maybe a specific faction weapon or something like this, maybe you can buy this one, but it's 15 duplicates. It's very a lot. It's quite a lot, but I will mostly suggest to buy this one. Then for the epic ones, I will suggest, so this one is the same, but for epic characters. This one can be interesting for specific characters, especially for Oakin later on. That is a character that has skills based on character level, so it's very interesting for him to get this. But overall, it's less interesting for other characters. And one thing very important is to get this thing, the legendary character ticket. Each month, I suggest to get this thing. So each month buy this, and if you get any spare character Soulstone, you can buy the Fate Gift box every week that are quite interesting. You can buy the character's ticket for the same thing as I said beforehand, but this one is gonna end up to be useless if you are summoning a lot, so you won't need it at some point. And if you get this thing, it means that you have some epic T6, so you have summoned quite a lot, I think. And this one is interesting for specific character once again. Then for weapons is very late into the game. You need to summon a lot to get T6 weapons. But the most interesting thing is this resources there that allow you to increase tier skills on characters above level 4, sorry. And so it's very important, and you will mostly buy this every single time. So that's all for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you will find some interesting information. As for the last one, I'm sorry I released it so late. I should have released it early. I will try to release my big strategy video that I want to release that will be really interesting, I hope, for most of you. And until then, I hope you will all enjoy the game. As always, feel free to ask any questions in the comments and I will try to answer it. And yeah, take care.